Pasta Azul, baby.
Come on in.
Well, hello, Screamers. Welcome to the Scream Till You Like It podcast. I hope you're still screaming. Hope you're starting to like it. I am Clint Carlisle, which is a joke for myself, but I'll probably bring it up anyway because I'm that kind of guy. And I'm joined here with three very special guests. I have one, Mr. Peter Anthony, a.k.a. Ken Slate, a.k.a. General Brackbauer, a.k.a. Tank, a.k.a. Peter Collymore. How you doing, man?
Good fucking research. Good, man. How you doing? Thanks for having me.
I'm pretty good. It's been a while.
Yeah.
But before I come to you, let me circle down here towards the bottom. I got one Mr. Jason Brooks, a.k.a. Jason Voorhees, a.k.a. Benjamin, I believe a Scarecrow, if I'm not mistaken, a.k.a. Louis Carlisle.
Yeah.
That's where my name comes from. And it's been even longer since I talked to you. And next to you, we have Naomi Mecca Miller, and I'm very sorry if I mispronounced your name. Mitchum.
Yes.
Meacham. Okay, I got it now. AKA Green Ghoul Gal, AKA Badass Special Effects and Makeup Artist. So I am very excited to talk to you. We've never spoken before, but thank you for coming on the show.
Yeah.
And somehow you know these guys. Yeah. Peter, last time we talked, we were talking about Roseblood. And we were talking about how you were Vengeance 2 was in the works, and that is kind of behind us now. But I didn't really get a chance to talk to you guys about it. I want to throw out there, I did get my Roseblood Manifest edition, which is really
thank
cool.
you very much.
Yeah. Thank you. I mean, it's got that really cool card in it and everything with all the kills on it.
The kill card. That's like my favorite thing, dude.
That's pretty sweet. I like that a lot. Yeah.
Jason, me and Clint hung out at Monster Mania one night. Or 2 nights. Yeah.
Well, sort of.
Well, he didn't, one night it was like he got, I don't know if he wants to get into it, but he drank a little too much one night. We had the after party at my room. We were showing the movies. Remember I was doing that?
Yeah.
He didn't make it, dude. I guess they found him in a bush, and I seen some pictures of him. He was in bad shape, bro.
It's kind of like that. It's kind of like that. Not gonna lie, I had better nights than that one. But I had some good friends around me, so I was well taken care of.
Dude, you had like ice packs on your head on the bed. You were like really taking care of you. Dude. It was great. Yeah. We all did that.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
So I've seen you in a few things since then. I very much recently saw you in a music video. There was Chris Webby did a rap video called Dial Tone.
Yes.
Featuring what? Millie's?
Yeah,
that's
Millie's.
the guy's name?
Yeah.
Okay.
That guy's great. He
Yeah.
ass on that verse.
Oh,
Yeah.
Totally. Yeah. That's out there on YouTube for everybody to see. And I would definitely encourage people to check that out. You're in there doing your best Boiler Room impression, or like the Wolf of Wall Street.
Wolf of Wall Street.
I got you.
Yeah.
I just remember you insanely screaming into a phone, so that was kind of cool.
There was a lot of takes they did, and then I guess the Webby guy kind of like, I was just like an extra, and then I was screaming. What I was saying you can't say here, and then he said, dude, put that guy in the front, and then kind of went from there, and it just got better. And now he has another music video coming out. They just called me and they offered me the deal for that, so I got to be like one of the main guys in his next video.
That's really cool.
Which is cool.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah. If you tell me to play nuts and swear, that's real easy.
Oh man, really stepping outside your experience there.
Yeah.
So I mean, not all that long ago, I remember you made the decision to back away from your full-time job and basically pursue like acting and filmmaking as like a full-time thing.
I'm now what they call a struggling actor, and I totally get it. Struggling artist, you know.
Well, Well, for what it's worth, I have a lot of respect for the confidence and the faith in yourself that it takes to take a leap like that. I mean, and to be like, I'm going all in on this. It's the dream or nothing. And that's kind of the impression that I got from it. I mean, and I know that it felt like the right decision for you, and I'm sure you haven't questioned it once, right?
You question it because, like, by the way, Jason and Naomi are doing the same thing. But you question, I mean, dude, I not that I was rich, but I could go, hey, I'm going to go spend $5,000 at Monster Mania this weekend,
Yeah.
and just have fun, and can't do that no more. It's totally, I could go buy this or buy these clothes or do this or go anywhere. And I could fly out to Seattle, hang out with Jason and Sean. That's different now. So, but hopefully we look back at these days and say, hey, remember when we couldn't do this? And, that's the goal.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, that's awesome. And I really hope that it's going well for you right now. The what's the other thing I wanted to bring up? Oh, I caught you in Horrorverse.
Oh yeah,
where you played Tank.
Yeah,
and I had not heard of it until I saw you promoting the one that you did, which was basically a Dusk Till Dawn inspired segment.
Correct.
And then I came to realize that the folks that were working on that, I mean, well, and all of you included, I know that Jason and Naomi, you were on that as well, right?
Yeah, we've been doing. Our team's been doing special effects for them, particularly Michelle Munoz. She's
Michelle the Dead.
Michelle the Dead.
Yeah.
She's one of our team members. She's been doing most of it. We did a couple episodes with them, and then I have my role. I'm making a cameo coming up here at the end of this month in one of their filming. So
it's kind of a neat idea. I mean, it seems like it takes all of these like really popular horror ideas that we all have and kind of meld them into one universe where they cross over. It's almost like, hey, it's all real, and we can all like experience this at any time.
It's all in our world.
Yeah, it's kind of like they did the Marvel thing with it. They kind of just like pulled all of the superheroes together. In this case, it's all of our favorite.
It's kind of like witty
horror characters.
The way they did it, I like the way they did it. They didn't spend too much time on one, but they wove them all together pretty well. It's pretty good.
Yeah.
Because you could mess it up.
Yeah, I laughed and I cringed at the one part. I can't even remember what segment it was, but this one dude dropped a line that was straight from Basic Instinct. It was remember the scene where Sharon Stone is being interviewed and crossing and uncrossing her legs and stuff like that, and she started smoking. They're like, "There's no smoking in here," and she's like, "What are you gonna do? Arrest me for smoking?" The dude said it in the film, and I was like, "What the hell?" I'm like, that was weird, because that was the first thing that came to my brain.
Yeah.
Anyhow, Horrorverse. I hate to mention it, but I've been following your Facebook stuff. Is that where your knee finally gave out on you when you were working on that?
Yeah. So I mean, it's messed up anyways, but I guess that's where the screws came loose. So I picked the guy up over my head. We did it a couple times, and then something kind of popped, and then I was like, oh, whatever. And then the next day we went and shot in Tacoma, and that bar scene where I'm hitting on the girl. And we were sitting at the bar, and Jason remembers this. I marked him, and I had my leg bent, and then I couldn't unbend it, so it was just stuck like this, And I was like, "What the fuck?" So we were supposed to move around more. They were picking me up and putting me in spots in that bar. I couldn't do it. They had to pick me up for me to go pee. So and it was just stuck. And he's like, "We're not going to shoot." I'm like, "What does it matter anyways? It's broken now anyways. Let's just get through it." And then on the outside, if you look, I kind of walk towards her. I actually have my hand on the car door, and that's like the step I take to hop towards her. So I didn't know what it was then. And then when I came back home, I got it drained there. Then came home, and then they told me about the screws floating in there, and that's why I kept getting stuck. So I didn't. That's like 1 in a million. My doctor said I'd never seen that before. I was like, unbelievable.
Yeah, and you dealt with that for months before you actually got a hold of your original surgeon. Yeah,
9 months. Yeah.
So you made a trip down to Florida just to have that guy cut you open again, and
no one else would do it. No one else could. It was like, there's no way we can get them out, because when they're in the back of your knee, you don't ever cut the back of your knee. It's kind of like your neck. You always go through here instead of back here.
okay.
So there's tons of nerves and veins and stuff back there. So they're like, you can't go through the back.
Okay.
So and then what happens is your knee is like this. Well, how do you get to the back? You know? So he's like, I can get it. And he went in, and thank God, I guess, whatever. My knee, the metal crushed them like into 100 pieces.
Okay.
So he got most of them out. So there's like a few hanging back, but they're small. Yeah. So it's still fucked up, bro, but I'm not complaining. I'm like happy as a pig in shit. As Jason, I mark him like, life's great. Like, it's just that the fact right now, me sitting, if I tried to bend my knee more than 45 degrees, it would get stuck when I go to stand up. Just the fact that I don't have to worry about that anymore. Is pretty cool.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you're walking around and it's bending and so forth. So, I mean, I guess there's probably more surgery in your future, but for now you're hanging in there.
Another replacement, like 3 to 5 years. So,
Jesus Christ, man.
Yeah,
that sounds awful.
Yeah, fuck it. I'm alive. I have 2 legs. I'm alive. Both my parents are alive, and I have 2 legs and 2 arms.
Yeah. Let's see. Jason, I didn't get to talk to you very much about Vengeance 2. I mean, you guys worked on that for a long time, and it came out, and I know you guys were all super busy, and you just moved from project to project, but I know you were heavily involved in that. So what, were you like a writer, director, actor, like everything on that project?
Exactly. I wrote it, directed it, produced it,
started it,
played Jason, started it. Everything. It was a lot.
Yeah, that movie was very I want to say effects rich. There was a lot going on there.
It was. We had fun.
I know it sounds lame, but like my favorite kill was probably in like the opening scene there. Believe it or not, the campfire kill. I absolutely love that.
With Paul Taylor.
Yeah. I don't think I've ever seen that before, and it was just cool to see, like somebody playing shitty acoustic guitar get, like slammed onto a fire and held there until he's dead. Then he got up and just like on fire, walking, trying to get your next victim. So I just thought it was really cool imagery.
Thank you. Yeah, I wanted to make the costume a little bit different from the last movie. And one way to do that was just to burn it. So that's kind of where I worked backwards from that. I'm like, well, I've always wanted to slam someone's head in the fire. I wanted to do that in Vengeance 1 as an option, and we just couldn't do it. So, we wrote that one in, and I'm glad you like it, because that one's not one that gets talked about a lot.
No. I imagine probably like the whole body splitting one probably gets talked about a lot.
It does. The spine rip, and
you on the Jason on Fire though gets talked about for sure, because like that's like, who sees that in a fan film? What I'm saying? That was awesome.
Exactly. Yeah. And that was a guy named Thomas Marshall. I wanted to do that so bad. That's the one time I'm not wearing the suit. But I begged and begged and begged the stunt team to let me do it. And they're like, no, we got to do this safely, do it the right way. And I'm glad we did at the end. Did it the right way, but still, man, I wanted to be in the suit. But yeah, Thomas did a great job. Playing that part, getting on fire, and so
that would be a great picture to sign, Jason. If you were, I know you would never sign it because it's not you, whatever. But that picture on fire, right?
Oh, I have it. I have it on the table, but I also have his name on it.
Fuck it, sign it.
Stunt person Thomas Marshall. So don't need to get the credit. I'm not going to sign. It's not me, but
Well, you told me it was you, and I would have believed you, because it looked awesome. I mean, I'd be tempted to take credit for myself.
I would like to. You did a great job.
Yeah.
But,
Jason, when I go back and watch it, I can notice the difference because you walk a little different.
Yeah. We walked together before he went on fire. We walked through how to move, how to walk, how to turn. He got down as best he could, but we went over it several times. And of course, once you learn that and then light you on fire, things change, of course. But not too much, because most people don't realize that's not me. So he I think did great. And only people like Peter who noticed the minute details.
You have these little nuances and quick movements with yourself that I notice. You know what I'm saying? Because I've been around you with these films for so long. So.
Oh yeah.
But,
it's a fun one.
It's do you have a favorite from that film?
I wish I could say yes, but I guess I have a favorite sequence, and it's the cabin. Once Jason breaks in that cabin with the stoners, and then obliterates all of them. That's the part where I'm watching the movie, and I can't wait to get to there. And we're coming and just kill everyone in the cabin with the arrow and the stabbing and the face smash into the glass table and chainsaw to the face. Like all that's just that's my favorite kill sequence.
And that's my favorite line, and probably in any fan film movie of all time. The fucking cop goes in, and I don't know who the girl or somebody says, what is the exact line, Jason?
Oh, he says,
I know what he says. What does she say?
The cop says, "I'm not here for your shitty weed," and then the kid's like, "We ain't got no shitty weed."
We ain't got no shitty. Like he took that offense to that. That was so great because the character's written so great that he would be pissed about that. yeah, that was awesome.
Yeah. So Naomi, were you heavily involved in effects on that film?
Oh yeah, definitely. I worked with Jason for pre-production to build a couple of the effects. I think the first thing I did was actually that chainsaw face. I helped him body cast the actor, and that was the first time we met in person. And then I was there for the whole filming, so I did beauty makeup, effects, helped execute some of those kills, and it was a lot of fun.
That sounds like a blast. I would have loved to have just stood in the corner and watched some of that happen, because I mean, I always love watching like behind the scenes stuff.
We've got a lot of that on my YouTube channel. There's like 8 different behind the scenes documentaries, one on special effects.
Yeah. Okay. Well, then I better go and check that out, because somehow I managed to miss all of that. I did see an outtake of some like newsreels and stuff from that. So
some deleted scenes.
Yeah. And I got to bring it up. I really loved the Louis Carlisle character in the first Vengeance movie. He had some of the coolest like one-liners and ridiculous things that like a human could say. And I saw that he made a brief return in Vengeance 2. And spoiler alert, he's dead in a morgue. And somehow he managed to be funny dead.
Somehow he's still an erection.
And I swear I laughed out loud when I heard like the attendants in there talking about him donating his penis to the Icelandic Phallological Museum, because I remember watching like that documentary too, or at least I saw most of it, about that museum in Iceland that is trying to collect every penis from every living, like at least mammal, on Earth, and they were looking for a human specimen. And I was like, that's perfect for Louis' character. And then, of course, the follow-up with that, I found that you guys actually took, Louis' prop penis to Iceland and donated that to that museum. I was like, I was dying as soon as I saw, the story of you guys doing that. And I was wondering, how did that come to be? Like, how did you like organize that to get over there and deliver it?
That was the thing. We got asked a lot to put Louis back in the film. And I was like, Louis dead, and they're like, oh, make it a twin brother or something. People wanted it. And we thought of different things like flashbacks, characters finding old VHS tapes and seeing bits of Louis. And we just couldn't make it work. And so in the end, we had a deleted scene too, where people went to Louis' house, his abandoned house, right? But Louis was always gonna be dead. And then we did our pickups, and we're gonna do the morgue. Cody Newton, our DP, was like, oh, if you're gonna do the morgue, you have victims in there, you got to put Louis in. And so I was like, how do I make it funny? And I was like, well, the boner joke, it's a classic boner joke. And I was like, but I don't want the same old thing that everyone's done, in a couple different movies. So I remember the documentary, and I thought, okay, Louis, this guy would do that. And that would be kind of funny, at least to me. So we put that in there. And then after the movie was out, the museum wrote, and they're like, we saw this, we loved it. And I was nervous. I was like, are they going to be like, you can't use our name, this is not appropriate, we are higher class than that, so I was kind of nervous that they're going to be like, please remove that from the film. But instead they said, we would love to have that prop in our museum, and we'd make you and Louis Carlisle an honorary lifetime member, give you this plaque, all this stuff. And And so Naomi and I flew out and delivered it, got it out there in the museum, and got all the documentation, the membership stuff. It was an amazing time.
That's awesome. So they
You got a
reached out
plaque,
to
bro?
you.
You got a plaque for that?
Yeah, I got a plaque. It's hanging up in the bar now,
Yeah.
and so now I can tell everyone that it's a good penis in the line. My
Yeah.
penis is on display in a museum, and
I saw it when Naomi was doing my ears and tattoos. Was it there?
I'm not sure if
I think it was already hanging up.
it should be. Yeah,
Yeah.
it should be there.
I gotta look next
Yeah.
time.
Marco, I'll show you later.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But yeah, we got like keychain, coins, like all kinds of little things. But
Penis
Do you have any
ball.
trouble? Do you have any trouble going through customs?
yes,
Yeah.
Like,
Yep.
You have anything to declare? Oh, nothing.
it was
Just this dick and balls in my bag. You know?
it was in Seattle. It was in Seattle on the way out, and we kept it in our carry-on because we didn't want it to get lost or anything. Because that was the whole purpose of going to Iceland. So when we got through, and we document, there's a documentary on YouTube as well on the same channel of this whole trip. So you want to check that out. But going through security, they pulled us aside, and I was like, "Hey, before you open this up and take it out, do you mind if we film this?" We had our stuff on. We're
Mhm.
an effects team. We work in film and
Yeah.
TV. It's a prop penis that
Mhm.
and we're making a documentary. You mind if we film this? And they're like, "No, you
This is a
can't.
matter of national security.
You can't. Yes,
film
national security. You
TSA.
can't film TSA." And then the guy opened it, took it out. He's like, "Yep, that's a penis." Put it back in. And then he's like, "I guess I could check that off my bucket list."
Yeah.
Yeah,
I love how
for sure.
Jason goes with two hands, right? I got one, two hands. Yeah,
That's what he did. It was like, it was in the jar, and it was great.
To handle it with reverence, you know.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Put it back. So
But yeah, that was great. But yeah, the whole documentary is up there. We filmed right after the TSA thing happened too, so we kind of get our reactions.
Yeah.
But it's a fun bit.
Mhm.
yeah, there is way too many comments for me to throw up here right now. But you got a lot of people saying hi. So
Hey,
let's see. Yeah, exactly.
I can't see comments on my end. Can you,
I can't
Jason?
really-
Yeah.
No, I kind of have to put them up like this one here. Smash the like button. Hope everybody's having a wonderful night. Thursday, everyone. Let's smash that like button. If you haven't, helps Peter's channel.
Thanks, Russ.
Yes, it does. Anything we can do to help is what we want to do here. And we got Jerry Wilson saying good evening.
What's up, buddy?
Yeah, we got Sarah Campbell here saying hey. What's up, good people from Movies and Beyond? You were just recently on that show, weren't you?
Yeah, he said he was he went on and posted for everyone to come here. So it's pretty cool. He's a good
Oh,
dude. Yeah,
awesome. Thank you very much.
he's awesome, Michael.
Yeah.
Good dude.
Yep. And of course, one of my friends, Kyler Kenny, is here. What's going on, Kyler? Good to see you.
What's up?
Okay.
What's
Yeah.
up?
That's awesome. Yeah. What was that one? Oh. That's Russell saying hi to all of us.
What's up,
Yeah,
bro?
Russ.
All right.
You see Russell's last name, Jason? Pull that back up 1 second, Clint.
It went by so fast.
Oh, sorry.
It's all right.
I'll find him again here.
It's an inside thing with me and Jason. See his last name?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. It's not with me. It just happens to be.
It's happening.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'm definitely going to go back through all the YouTube stuff because I want to see some of that. That's really cool.
Yeah, we got documentaries on the stunts. We got on the special effects. We got on the various Jasons we have involved in the film. The penis museum trip,
Young
the whole trip to
Jason.
Iceland, young
Yeah.
Jason. There's a lot of
There's a
content
bunch.
out there.
And Jason, sorry to cut you off. The Vengeance 2, I think Blu-ray is somewhat almost done or close to being done, and there's a ton of shit on there too, right?
No, we couldn't fit it all, but yes, it's done. It just received them, so we're gonna start shipping it out in the next couple of weeks.
Oh, I gotta get with you.
They're in my living room.
Mhm.
Yeah, the film, to keep the high quality of the film, we could not put all the extras on there, so we put them all out on the YouTube channel. And I think there's only one or two like deleted scenes or behind the scenes things on the actual Blu-ray. So
That's awesome. That's awesome.
that's
Yeah,
part of what took so long too, was fighting back and forth for months on getting all the content and having to take this off, then take this off, and finally we're like, you know what, fuck it, we got to get this thing done and out. Let's go.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I think I got in there and got a perk at one point. I don't think I got the Blu-ray though. I think I went for some like double DVD pack.
Okay.
If I'm being honest. So
Like part 1, part 2, or
Did you get a playing card inside of it? Did that come with a DVD, Jason, or just a blue? How'd that work?
in the first one?
Yeah.
In the first Vengeance, yeah.
Oh, that first one. I'm such an idiot. I forgot. It was the first one. Yeah.
Okay.
And now we got DVD.
Fuck. How didn't you tell me this? I'm upset.
Dude, I've been gone for 2 weeks filming. I just got back. My house, I'll show you, man. It's the whole front living room, bar, everything's filled with boxes now.
Yeah. Yep. Well, back to behind the scenes stuff. Naomi, I just want to say that your Instagram is probably one of the coolest things I've ever seen.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome. You know, and not very many Instagrams are cool because I have to say it's usually like, oh, somebody take a picture of their food. This is what I ate. You know, here's what we had for dessert. Don't I look cute next to this toilet? You know, but yeah, not you. Not you. Oh, that's something different. You can't put that on Instagram, I guess. You know, we've got people with their faces ripped wide open. We got, you know, sharp teeth sticking out. Leeches, holy shit. Those look gross. They look great, but they look gross.
Thank you.
And then just like I guess like experimental like face makeup stuff and designs that you're working on, you know, and then in the middle of all of it, just like a cute like modeling photo shoot, you know what I mean? And cute pictures of the two of you, which is pretty cool. So, you know, anybody who hasn't seen it, I would encourage you to see that because that's kind of like one of the greatest like advertisements that you could probably do for like your work. Is just put all your effects on there and let people go there and look at it. So
definitely.
So that is what I think I have it written as green.ghoul.gal.
Yes.
Sound right? Okay.
That's right.
That is the one. Yeah.
How long
is that a Pizza the Hut shirt?
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Yours is cool too, G.I. Jason. I haven't.
But
I don't
dude,
think I've ever seen that one.
The other guy was eating the fucking pepperonis off him. Yeah, that was awesome.
Yeah. No, it was one of those impulse buys. I was at a con and I saw a booth with some really cool shirts. You know, I saw this one. I was like, oh, I gotta get that.
They got figures at the two guys, the metal guy and him. They got figures of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah, and I think I picked up a Thing shirt and something else. It was, you know. So anyhow, you know, because I love the Carpenter movie. So, and it was kind of like almost a blend between like artwork of the original, but it was clearly about Carpenter's movie. So anyhow, I have way too many shirts. I got to get rid of some. Got to make room for new ones, you know. So, so Naomi, since we haven't spoken before, like how long have you been doing special effects?
That's a good question. I have been working in film for I think 3 years, 3.5. I've went to makeup school, so I've been doing it professionally since 2019.
Okay.
But I've been playing around with makeup since I was in high school. So yeah, I don't know. It's just been something that I've been having fun with for a while. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Well, it seems like you have a lot of experience with it. You put all that stuff in my hands, you'll have something that looks nothing like what you do. So
practice.
Yeah, I guess so.
Clint, there's something.
Yeah.
Where is it? It's on my. I don't know if it's on my YouTube. It is on my YouTube, I think. Naomi did my whole piece of my face with my teeth hanging out in Vengeance too. Also.
Oh yeah.
And she did it over my beard, which is even more amazing.
Yeah.
Her and I don't want to take credit away from the other girls or two either. I forgot their name.
It was Amanda and Jade were helping.
Yeah.
I think that's in the special effects documentary.
I think so.
Oh,
yeah.
is it? Cool.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah. And then they put the contacts on me and I'm blind. And then Diana Prince is basically naked next to me, but I can't even see her because I'm blind.
Right.
So I was upset about that.
Oh, yeah. Diana was supposed to go to Iceland with us to take the penis. And,
Oh no.
but
She
said
couldn't make it?
no. Long story, but yeah, she called me up and apologized. And was like, oh, I wish I could. I can't. This is going on, but she's a busy woman. But she was like excited. She wanted to go.
Yeah. Since we're talking about it, I managed to find that.
Oh man, you're good.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. There you go.
Oh, that's before it's all on and
Hmm.
getting applied.
Aesthetics that they made.
I love the like the dead eyes there.
Absolutely.
Those
Yeah.
contacts look great.
I told Jason I wanted to look different, like just I don't know, somehow zombie dead or something.
Yeah.
So
Oh yeah, you're right. Right over top of the beard.
Hmm.
yeah,
And had to add the beard back to the prosthetic. And
Yep.
Okay.
A lot of
Is it,
sneaky blending.
and I'm blind that whole time. I can't see shit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's Amanda.
yeah, that's Amanda there.
Mhm.
Awesome. So, did that really suck to take that off?
No, dude, they were real good about that. That went on
Oh, really?
pretty well in an hour or so.
Okay.
Something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, and then the blood, and I mean, it looked. The cool thing is, I don't know what it looked like till they showed me pictures after, you know.
Mhm.
So, but they did a real good job. I mean, look at that; it looks perfect.
Oh yeah, that's awesome.
Thank you.
Yeah, it was great.
Yeah, it's a process. It's fun.
Yeah, it's so much fun. I love being able to just play. And,
Yeah, that's
Mhm.
awesome. Fantastic. All right. Well, I mean, you've got a new project that's in the works.
Yes.
We've got a movie that you're calling Laugh.
Yeah.
Yep. And now, I just real quick because I would like to show the trailer.
Yeah.
But I want to find out generally like where did the idea for Laugh come from?
Good question. Once I made Rosebud, everyone's always like, we kind of had me, Jason, Sean, Cody. Well, not Cody, but he's part of the team. But he never, he wasn't the only fan film guy. So we were, basically just did fan films in the beginning, and then we always wanted to make our own, our own stuff. So I just kind of, I don't know, it just came to me one day. It's hard. I mean, Jason can tell you too. Like for 10 days, you can't think of one thing, and then one day 50 things hit you. So it was just kind of, it has a lot to do with my own life. Like in my real life, my stepson's no longer with me. And then in the movie, he loses his son. And there's a lot of parallels to me, like fighting good and evil within my own mind, in the movie. So I don't know, just one day it kind of came to me, and I just started writing stuff down, and it all kind of just fell out. So it's basically like everybody in life, every man, woman, child, every day you make a decision. Sometimes you do good, and sometimes you do bad. I don't think anyone's all good, and I don't think anyone's all bad. You always have this like yin yang struggle, and he's trying to stay on the path of good, but there's so many bad things happening to him, and he's trying to stay away from that until like it wins him over, kind of thing. So
Yeah.
that was it. And it kind of is therapeutic with me, with Bryce and my stepson not being around. I had a real emotional crying scene with Terry Kaiser, which I never really cried about. So that was therapeutic and weird to do that in front of everybody, including my friends. So that's kind of where it came from. I almost like needed to get it out.
Yeah. Yeah, that does sound like it would be therapeutic. I mean, especially if you weren't really dealing with it and it was kind of pent up. It's almost like therapy, the way you describe it.
It is. And I couldn't even cry at first. I don't know. I think I'm some big tough guy, right? So I can't cry. But then I had a video of Bryce and all the times of us. And then I went to the bathroom and I watched it. And then I came out. And then for me, it flowed. It was the gates were open for me, for sure.
Oh, yeah.
And it was nervous because Terry Kaiser's in the scene with me. And he's a 500,000 time better actor than me. So I didn't want to ruin it,
That guy's incredible. I always thought it was amazing that you got him in Rosebud. And
dude, you met him? He's like one of the guys, right, Jason?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. He is.
Yeah. So cool. Yeah.
So cool. So nice.
Yeah.
And it was a good enough experience. He came back to help you with this, didn't he? If I remember correctly, didn't he ask to be a part of it?
We me and him talk all the time. So I was like, hey, I do you want to do another film? I got this idea for Laugh, and I want you to play my dad. He didn't even ask for the script or nothing. He's like, Peter, I'm in it. And then that was it, dude. And then he shows up. So this is a cool inside thing. So I said, Terry, why don't you just dress? So he's a heroin addict in the movie. Mm-hmm. So I was like, Terry, why don't you just dress the way you want? I don't know how to dress an 85-year-old man that's a heroin addict. I don't know how that works. So he comes to set, and then he tells me to go upstairs. And I come upstairs, and he opens this robe, and he's fucking in his underwear with like this ratty shirt and ratty overshirt and everything. And in the movie, the clown always kind of impersonates the person he's messing with or whatever. So I'm like, what are we going to do here? So we actually sent Brent, I think, Jason, to Walmart and we fucking found the goddamn same color underwear, the same color shirt, and everything. So that way, Calypso is sitting there with Terry, and they're wearing almost identically the same thing. That worked out. That's a miracle. On movie sets, a lot of things don't work out. It's very rare something works out like that, but it did.
Yeah, we modified the shirt and stuff a little bit to kind of get some stuff to match, but it was pretty close.
Mhm.
Yeah, that was a great scene. And Terry, the fact that he wants to be in his underwear at 85 to sell the heroin scene, he's just a great, like, he don't give a shit. He's great. Then we had a club scene. Remember, Jason? He grabbed the thing and started like doing his own slates and talking in Italian. The guy's fucking great.
He's fun.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Well, I do want to come back to that. I got some more questions about Calypso, but hey, let's watch the trailer. Why don't we?
Oh, yeah.
Here we go.
Excited.
As a child, my mother would warn us of Baba Yaga, a powerful demon who would possess and devour souls of men.
Rid yourself of your pain. Why burden your soul any further?
Peter Collymore is in the house tonight. Let's make some fucking noise.
Collymore. It's time.
Give it to me!
You are in good hands. Sooner or later, even a good man has to choose evil.
That's a wicked cool trailer. I really like that a lot.
Thanks, man. We put a lot into it.
Yeah. Yeah, it looks like that. It looks carefully crafted, I'll say.
Yeah. Yeah, it's great. Plus, I mean, the effects that Jason and Naomi did and everything, just right there when I'm holding the guy, he's dead, and blood shooting out of him, his tooth hanging out, and just everything is just, it was like a home run all 5 days, honestly.
Yeah. So, I mean, did you film just specifically things you wanted to be in the trailer at that time?
So in my head, I'm like, these are the 5 scenes I think that'll cut together well to tell a teaser trailer. You know, you don't really know the story, but it kind of flows in a way where it builds up and gets crazier as it goes to the end. So in my head, those are the 5 days, which they are 5 days we need for the film anyways. But in my head, I'm like, this will work out for a trailer, and it fucking worked out better.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So did you just film what you needed, or did you get a little extra while you were there?
There's stuff that's not in there. There's the TV scene, Jason, the newscast scene. There's a lot of
full scenes. It just took pieces of those scenes for the trailer.
Correct. That's probably what you meant. Yeah. So we got everything we had to get and more. So what you saw was, there's 5 full days of shooting and just in that little trailer. So we grabbed that.
Okay.
We just grabbed basically the most visual stuff that we had.
Okay, that's cool.
Most importantly, the waitress's ass as she walks away.
Everybody in the world. Every time I show that trailer, like, bro, who's that girl's ass? I'm like, everybody, girls too. Yeah, like, that's a great ass. I'm like, it is.
Yeah. I did want to throw a few extra comments in here. Let's see. Laugh is going to be amazing.
Thanks, Jerry.
Oh, and when we were watching your Ken Slate, awesome work, Naomi.
Thank you.
Yeah, people can't wait to see Laugh.
Wow, thanks.
Terry Kaiser is amazing.
He is.
Fucking yeah.
Ken Slate. That's Ben Slate, the real one.
How about that?
Yeah.
Yep. Oh, and look at this. Mike, who could not be here with me tonight. Pasta Vazul, baby. Thanks for taking care of business. There we go. Well, you're welcome, Mike. Thanks for stopping in. Yeah, feel bad for Mike right now. His job is really kicking his ass right now, making him work like really long hours. I don't even know what he does, like 12, 14, 16 hours. I don't know what he's doing right now. It seems like he should just sleep there. You know, he still goes home at night, but you know, but he spends like all day and half the night there too. So
Wow.
Yeah, poor guy. So so I did want to ask about the entity Calypso. Is he connected to one character specifically and just messes with everybody? Or
Great question, man. No one's ever asked that. He is connected to one character for most of the movie, but then he's free.
okay,
So he basically is attached to one character, you know, his soul.
all right, yeah. I was kind of like going through the Indiegogo, like reading the synopsis and so forth, trying to get a feel for how each character was gonna be portrayed in this movie, and you just got little clues in there here and there about what Calypso was like and who he was messing with and I have an idea of who he's attached to, but I'll just hang on to that and I'll wait to see it.
Yeah. By the way, real quick, did you see Jason Brooks as the Russian soldier with the gun in the trailer?
No, I must have missed it.
That was him holding the little girl down with a gun to the back of her head, which is his idea, by the way.
Okay.
Yeah.
Everybody misses that. And I'm also the devil, the demon.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. When he stands up and he puts his hand out, and he's got that awesome jacket on.
Yeah.
That's him too.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sure he's full of little ideas like that. I think I saw you in a short. What the hell was that called? Assassinators Vendetta.
Oh,
Yeah.
is that out?
I just saw a short film on YouTube, so I'm guessing it's out. I mean,
Okay.
I'm guessing it's something like 17 minutes long or something like that. So,
Oh, wow.
if that's the full thing, or maybe that's like a teaser and they're going to put something else out later. I don't know.
I think I saw a very rough cut
Yeah.
Yeah.
that was not that long. So
Okay.
if they what heck came with that? Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I don't even know anything about this film.
Yeah.
Carl brought me onto that one. It's something that's been going on with another side project, and
Mhm.
they needed some makeup effects and some they wanted an actor, so I was a boss, like a mob boss, I think, or something.
Mhm.
But yeah, just a little small role.
Man, a mob boss. I don't know.
Yeah.
Watch this thing, dude.
Yeah. Had a
Yeah.
speaking role too, which is
Yeah.
unusual. Normally I see you in suit work, but
Exactly.
yeah. So I did enjoy Diced, by the way.
Oh, thank you.
With this interesting spelling. It's die
Yeah.
apostrophe CED.
Hard to find.
Yeah.
I was like,
You gotta
Yeah,
By the
go
way,
back.
if I'm correct, Naomi did the makeup on Jason for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. I did all
all
the
the special
makeup
effects, the
and
kills.
Yeah. And we designed the scarecrow together, and I applied it every day. So.
It's awesome.
yeah, it looked great. And that's actually available on Tubi right now because I went and watched that movie there. So,
Amazon and Tubi.
Yeah.
mhm. Mhm.
Mhm.
So, I was wondering if before I dump into the Indiegogo and show some of the perks that are available that people can get, if we could maybe go over some of the these pictures that I was sent with some of the development of Calypso. So let me
And then I'll pull
hop
this-
over.
Pull this in at the end too.
Okay. I just want
I'll
to.
use that there.
So I've got one right here that looked interesting.
You guys, by the way, Naomi and Jason, you could talk through these pictures because it's you guys.
Oh, absolutely.
How much do you want to say about the scene?
I think this is out that Terry is in front of that. So it's basically Calypso. We don't have to say what's on the TV, but
Yep.
basically what's going on is fine.
But yeah, so I mean, essentially, Peter came to us and he said, "Hey, I need to have Calypso," in Ian Peters' excited way, where he comes on a video chat. He's like, I want to have Calypso looking at, Terry Kaiser, and he's going to open his mouth really wide, and his tongue's going to come rolling out, and train track with a TV on it and smoke, and he's going to like look down at him and like all this stuff. Can you do that? And we're like, yeah, we can do that. And so here's what that is. And
I think that was while we were setting it up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we have this head that we puppeteered. The eyes are moved. We move the eyes so that they can look around. And then the tongue rolls out, comes out really long, and we got all that. So we have
and his teeth matched the real teeth that he had in too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we did a life cast, and then we had to sculpt the face because the prosthetics, we couldn't life cast with all the foam prosthetics on the actor. So we had to sculpt that face. And of course the jaw doesn't open that wide in real life, but anyway. Yeah. So
what's that blue thing I'm looking at in the middle of his mouth?
That's a light reflection.
Oh, okay. I see.
Also, one more thing that Jason Naomi did that was phenomenal. Calypso the Clown was changed out 5 weeks before the actor. So I made a change and changed the actor, and we already casted the original actor. Yeah. And Jason, and he looks nothing like the other guy. And Jason did a great job, and Naomi did a great job making this look like John Ravenhall, who is now the actor for Calypso.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
This is a complete sculpt of John Ravenhall as Calypso. Imagine, because we hadn't had a chance to do a test yet, a makeup test, so we never saw John in full makeup.
Okay.
So this is kind of sculpting John.
Going off his face and what we had and the prosthetics and yeah.
Look at that.
Yeah. That's a better close-up. I like that. Like the railroad track coming out of his mouth, like the model train thing happening.
And little curtains in the back.
Yeah, you can talk about that. Well, Jason, I told Jason, I'm like, dude, then we got to have this camera. It's going to come through the back of his head, like coming through the meat of him and through his mouth and out the front. So I'm like, you got to make like kind of meat hanging there or something when you go through. And he did it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was really cool. I think I saw that in the trailer.
Yeah.
I saw the camera coming through the mouth straight at Terry.
Exactly.
The eyeballs also match his contacts. That's another thing.
Yeah, that's awesome.
So yeah, we got these glass eyes in there, and which move so that because we want to give the head life and not just have a static prop. We want it to be able to still look alive while it's happening.
Yeah. There's a lot of detail on that. I mean, looking at it now up close,
and then matching and this is before we even did a full makeup test on John. So we had to do a test on this dummy with people when we brought it to Connecticut and kind of do John based on this.
Yeah. There you are, blowing smoke again.
There we are. Yeah, putting smoke through there so that the fog can come through as the train starts coming out.
Yeah.
And look at that Naomi messing with the eyes. See how the eyes are looking down?
I gotcha.
Cheering the eyes.
And Jason, am I right? Did you take someone's vape and blow it in there?
Yep.
Yeah.
That's a good way to do that.
It was a little bit more, since we didn't need a lot of fog. We didn't want to fog up the room. And it just made more sense since we just needed a little bit.
Yeah.
Look at Naomi like ducking out of the way. That's such a great picture.
Yeah, it was so I had to
and we're both looking at the monitor up there to see what it looks like on screen.
Yeah.
Cool.
But there's that fancy lens.
They did like 5 takes of it, and the last one's the best one because the eyes just happen to pan down when the camera pans down. Remember, Jason?
Yeah.
And the dailies, and that lens, Clint, is called the probe lens, which I didn't even know about. When I told Cody like how I want the lens to go up Terry's arm when he's doing the drugs, and how I want it to go through the head, he's like, "How are you gonna make it fit through the head? You got to get a probe lens." I'm like, "Yes." I'm like, "What's that?" And he's like, "Oh, this lens, you can rent it." And the thing is, the fucking, like, Jason knows, I agree. I think he agrees that like we're always going to use that in like some shot going forward because you can get like right to someone's eye and it doesn't get blurry.
Wow.
Yeah, and you can go in things with it. It's like 1.5 feet long. It's awesome. It was the best thing we did. You couldn't have done that with a regular camera through the head like that.
No. And that was one of the concerns I brought up right away. I was like, dude, this head has to be massive or you're going to have to get a lens like that.
Yeah. Are the eyes glowing there, or is that just the way they're painted?
Just reflection.
No.
Okay. I got you. Admiring your work?
Yeah. Or
I think we're doing a test.
Or looking at the monitor. I'm not sure what I'm doing there.
You gotta
I just wanted him with his piece, like it was like him and his art, you know. And it was like,
Yeah.
all
I got you. Yeah.
But that's one of those nerve-wracking things, you know. It's like you work on this for quite a while, and then you get Terry sitting right in front of it, you know, and who's been in lots of movies, lots of great artists, and so there we are, and having to perform in front of Terry, with the prop, and who Terry says like, this is wonderful. This is who made this. This is great, it's magnificent. So that was really nice too.
And I've told this story before, but so the camera comes in and the TV rolls forward, right? So the camera goes in and out. That's what you see in the trailer. But then eventually the TV comes forward, rolling on the tracks with the smoke, and the teeth are like slimed. It's awesome. And Terry has to lean it, like Terry's leaning in while that's rolling forward the camera. And then we did like 2 or 3 takes. And this is how good Terry is. And then I realized as a director, I'm like, what he's seeing on the TV would make him sad. So I go, hey, Terry, real quick. I actually call him Mr. Kaiser. I was like, Mr. Kaiser, can you cry when the camera comes all the way in? Imagine this guy just did 3 or 4 takes. He just nods at me. He goes back. Jason, they come forward with everything with the camera, hits him on his eye, and 1 tear just like comes out of his eye. I'm like,
oh, man.
This guy is unbelievable.
Bro.
Yeah, you know.
That is awesome.
Yeah.
That thing looks great.
Oh, I got it right here, dude. So,
What's left of it?
Yeah, the hairs are coming out. I got to be careful with the hair.
Oh, man.
So that's him.
You got paint's rubbing off.
Wow.
Yeah, it's really not as bad. This white light is making it look a lot worse. But that's basically, and then back here, so you can move all the eyeballs.
Ah, man, that is so cool. Yeah, popped out and everything.
Yeah, it popped out. Yeah, let me put that thing back in. And then the tongue here with the train, and then the actual TV.
That's great.
So see, it's not that bad when you get close, Jason. But
yeah.
Yeah.
That
And then
TV looks cool.
The
He's
meat
traveled a bit.
and then the tube he was blowing it.
That's great. That's awesome.
Yeah.
I like the little miniature TV.
This Jason, this is your Rams.
Reminds me of my last job.
This was on the table when Jason was on the. He stood up with the girl. Jason put on his skin on this.
Very cool. That's awesome. Yeah. Let's see a couple more questions here. One on Tubi. Oh, I was talking about Diced. That is Diced.
Diced. Amazon
Tubi. Yep, Amazon Tubi. Somebody said, "Hey everyone." Don't know who that was. It's creepy and awesome. Pretty wicked design. Movies of Beyond says the detail is amazing. Yes, it is. It looks great up close. Probably better than it needs to for what you did with it, but it's awesome.
This when we try, like we don't know if it's going to be like super close up, far away, so we always build just in case. We want to give the directors options. In filming, you know.
Yeah.
So
Val is now afraid of clowns.
Perfect.
You're welcome.
And so is Melissa. And that's awesome with Terry Kaiser. Absolutely.
He's on set. He might be the most excited actor. You would think it was like his first film.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how he is.
Yeah, great.
Still approaches things with a childlike wonder.
Yeah, even when I flew him up, I'm like, well, how long you want to stay? He's like, I want to stay 2 or 3 days before and 2 days after. He came to set for the TV one, Jason. He came to set for the club. He hung out. He's such a cool dude. It's genuine. It's not
and
fake.
his energy is infectious. His laugh, he lightens the mood wherever he goes.
Yeah. He got so much energy for his age too.
Yeah.
I love people like that. That's so cool.
Yeah.
You know, it's so easy for people to bring down a mood, you know, with all of their normal bullshit. And then you get somebody like that who comes in and just brings it all back up. That's so cool.
One more thing about Terry, Jason, you remember this too. On Roseblood, when we were done, he's like, we're done. I'm like, yeah. He goes, okay, come over here. And he took out like 15 pictures of himself and he signed them all. And he told me to give it to the whole cast. He purposely brought it in when he flew in so that he could thank everyone and do autographs for everybody. I was like, who does that?
Right.
Yeah. That's awesome.
He's class act for sure. I'm lucky that I'm cool with him because he's good. He invites me to his place in Denver all the time. I got to go up one day.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Well, speaking of Terry Kaiser signing things, let me hop into your Indiegogo for a second.
Okay.
And that way we can let everybody see it if they haven't seen it already. So this is it. Laugh the Window to the Soul. This is the current campaign, currently at 9,176. We got to get that up there. Come on, guys. I'm good for a couple bucks. I'll probably chip in somewhere. Yes, no problem. And this is the thing we were talking about. Here's your welcome video into it, the synopsis of the movie, the basic storyline, your main cast. I mean, how cool is that? I saw a lot of familiar faces in the trailer. A lot of people you worked with on Roseblood. I think I spied Father Evil in there somewhere.
Father Evil's in there. Steve Barton from Terrifier 2. Jaquint Roden, who played the Duke in Roseblood.
Yeah.
Naomi's. I don't think she's in the trailer, but she's in the film somewhere dancing along.
I was just like a little background extra in the. Yeah.
Hey, that's all right. We need them too.
Yeah.
And of course, Mr. Terry Kaiser as Colonel Collymore. And this was the stuff that I found really interesting, was where we got the small background on the individual characters themselves. So he's a Vietnam vet who brought a literal demon back to the world. You got Johnny Ravenhold as Calypso, so you get a little bit here.
By the way, sorry to cut you off. Jason Brooks did all these graphics for the Indiegogo.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
And of course, we got this guy down here. I'm not sure what he's all about. Yeah, but and of course, over here on the right, you get to see what your individual things are. You can get a special thanks for as little as $9. You can get a poster for $15. You can get your name in the credits for $20. Digital super pack. That looked. I was kind of eyeballing that earlier.
That's like the best bang for your buck. You get the poster, the soundtrack, and the movie digitally for what is it? $30.
$30. That's a deal for me. That looks awesome. So I may go there. You can get the DVD for $30. You can get a Blu-ray for $30. You can be an extra for $50. Blu-ray combo pack, $55. Blu-ray with special features. Let me see what we got. Okay, actors signing the Blu-rays. So you can get John for $60, get you for $65, because why not?
By the way, we're going to add some more perks like this. We have an MMA fight scene coming up. Jason, I gotta get with you tomorrow on it. And we're selling. You can have your car in the scene. It's going to be like a Lionheart with all the cars around in a junkyard that I just landed, and an MMA fight in the middle. And the MMA fight is going to be John Ivey, who's from Fall of Camp Blood. He's a real MMA guy. And you can have your car in there, or you could be in there also as an extra. And that's you could have speaking lines in that scene, which is going to be a drone. It's going to be Jonathan Ivey with smoke and like a fire breather. It's going to be fucking nuts. A nuts scene.
I remember that scene from the Fall of Camp Blood. I think we talked about that. That's where your other injury came from.
Yeah, I'll never forget it. I see the scar every time I take a shower.
Yeah, exactly. Look at that. Terry Kaiser signed Blu-ray, $70. So get on that. You can name a character. You get the full color script, name a female character. Let's see. It looked like some people grabbed some stuff all the way down at the end already.
Yep.
Associate producer.
And then the associate producer, just so you know, Riley Bartholomew. Remember Jason, the gentleman that was on set? He was at the house. He was in the kitchen a lot. He paid to be on set to be a producer. He got 2 days. I think he went to the church and the set. And he's going to do a video too. It's pretty cool. Like, you come to the set, you get to hang out with the actors, eat with the actors, meet the actors, see how it's all done. You get tickets to the VIP premiere. You get the Blu-ray. You get the poster. You get your name as associate producer. It's really, really cool. I mean, you ever wanted to be on set and see how it works? He met Terry Kaiser, and it's pretty cool.
Yeah, he's great.
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of good pay to play on here. I mean,
and then the soldier one, just so you know, there's a scene in Afghanistan when I was younger, when I was a veteran, the character and it's a crazy scene in Afghanistan where we get ambushed and you all have names and your name tag and your gear, and there's a fight scene that we're going to do, and people getting shot and killed. It's a really, really huge scene in the movie. So I'm selling that perk that people can be a soldier next to me in Afghanistan.
That's awesome. Yeah, and get killed on screen. That's awesome.
Yep.
Oh, you can get lines and get killed. That's cool.
Not just walk by and get killed.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Executive producer, man, you really gotta have deep pockets. But
we actually
do it. It's available.
We already got that perk kind of off the Indiegogo already. Like somebody already gave that amount, just not through Indiegogo.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
but somebody already wanted to be an actor with speaking lines and get killed on screen, so some of those are gone.
Yeah.
But there's plenty left. So it kind of looked like up here that there was only a few days left on this. Is that?
Yeah, but it'll go into, what's that called, Jason?
Demand?
Yes, it'll go into demand, and then it'll stay alive, and we'll keep pushing it all the way till we shoot till September.
That's awesome.
Yep.
That's great.
Thanks for showing it.
Hey, no problem. That's really cool. I mean, I know we've been talking about the project for a long time, and we were just getting little bits and pieces of it, and about what the general idea was, and it's cool to see that there's a story now and a killer awesome trailer, and you've actually done some shooting on it now, and it's like this is becoming a real thing. This is
the pressure's on.
Yeah,
So
for sure.
We're going to shoot September 9th to 20th. And then afterwards, there's Connecticut Horror Fest, which is a buddy of mine runs. And we're going to have like a rap party there, like with everybody there at that event. And we'll be there for also the Death of Snow White. Have you seen that trailer?
I saw some like poster art for it. I have not seen the trailer yet.
We can pull that trailer up, and 259 and Laugh. All of us together will be at the table. We're kind of a team. But if you want to pull up the Death of Snow White, it's on Real Fiction Studios, Jason.
Real Fiction Studios YouTube. Yeah, you can
Pull
look
that
at the Snow White trailer.
That's going to be a very, very big film. Jason wrote and is directing that, and that's a big film that shooting in July. It starts. Correct.
Starts July, and then
Yeah.
Terry Kaiser also in 259,
Yes, I forgot about that. And Darcy DeMoss, right?
and Darcy.
Yeah.
I would be delighted to play that trailer. Hold on a second.
You'll like it. Snow White's is a very, very big film. It's going to be a SAG film. It's the real deal. They got real little people in it. It's going to be pretty cool.
There'll be a few names in here.
Yeah, I don't want to give away anything.
There be. How cool is that?
Awesome, right?
Head smashes and all the leeches.
Yes.
That looks great.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's going to be a dark fantasy horror. A lot of gore. Definitely not for kids.
Yes.
Aw. Yeah. What do we got here? Cannot wait for Laugh and the Death of Snow White. You're the best, guys. I'm not even sure who that was.
Thank you.
Yeah, rotten Facebook doesn't give me names. So anyhow, so any other projects that you have upcoming that you'd like to talk about, or social media stuff that you'd like to plug?
Jason has a million, so I'll go first. I'll be in Snow White on set helping out, and then I'll have a small role in Snow White. Obviously, Laugh coming out, and we'll be promoting 259 I got a music video coming out, like I said, and I got to go out to Seattle or Washington to shoot the end of Horrorverse, finish the tank ending. So I think that's it for me for now. And it's just Peter Anthony, the Peter Anthony Show, Peter Anthony Productions, the Peter Anthony on social media.
And for us, yeah, we
Bob Heckman, good guy.
Bob Heckman, yeah, good guy.
Yeah, we are also filming on the Horrorverse with Peter. During that time, I think that's my last side project before we get into the Death of Snow White. Laugh. We just wrapped this past weekend on a film called Conjuring the Cult with Breaking Glass Pictures and 7th Street Productions. Look for the trailer. Yeah, look for that coming soon. That one turned out. We did the special effects and all the makeup for that one. Naomi's acting in that. It's pretty cool. And yeah, but Death of Snow White, that's the big one. That's the one to watch out for. And Laugh and 259.
Yeah.
Those are the trifecta of yeah. It's a lot of work for us, but we love it. So
Yes.
Yeah, that sounds awesome. Well, it's all well worth it. I mean, the quality is great. I mean,
Thank you.
I've seen a lot of independent stuff, of wide variety, vast degrees of quality, and these look top notch. I mean, everything I've seen so far.
thank you.
You could thank Cody Newton for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's the DP, and just his lenses and his camera and the way he uses it. If you look at all of our films, if you go from Vengeance 1 to 2 to Roseblood to it just keeps getting better and better and better. That's all we can do is just ask to be better every time.
Oh yeah. There's definitely a progression, and it's awesome to see people fine tune their craft like that. So yeah, kudos to Cody. That sounds awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's like a genius too. So
Yeah.
He's just humble.
That's great. Well, you gotta have good people around you.
And then to get a hold of us, realfictionstudios.com.
Yeah.
Real Fiction Studio.
You can find,
Studios.
you can
Real
find
Fiction
us.
FX on Instagram, something like that.
Yeah, but you can find all of our social on realfictionstudios.com.
Yeah.
Just make it easy.
That's sweet. Well, as always, I'd like to invite everybody who has something going on that they're working on. Everybody I talk to, feel free to share things onto our Facebook pages and so forth. Feel free to share anything you like. I'd love to help promote in any small way that I can. I still have the Amityville Horror podcast Facebook page up as well, so that's just another place. We've got a few people over there. We got a few people on the Scream Until You Like It, but anything that you want to share with us, we'd be happy to have it. So the platform is open to you. And I thank you guys so much for hopping on here with me and dealing with my weird awkwardness at these live streams. It's like I wasn't exactly sure what direction I was going to go with this, so I felt like it went all right. So
yeah, we're weird too, so don't worry about it. I mean, Jason's got his penis in the penis museum for Christ's sake.
Yeah, I know.
If you get to Iceland, whoever goes to Iceland, take a selfie with my penis and send it. Say hi.
If I ever get there, it's a deal. I'll do it for sure. The only thing that would have made it better is if I had Mike to say really weird things in his Brooklyn accent. So anyhow,
he's from Brooklyn.
Yeah, he's from Brooklyn. Okay. Yeah, he's a pretty cool dude. Maybe you'll meet him sometime. Anyhow, thanks again. I appreciate it. It was very, very wonderful to catch up with you again, Peter. Good to see you, Jason. Very nice to meet you, Naomi. I'm sorry we didn't get to spend more time talking. I say on behalf of myself, Peter, Jason, Naomi, and crazy ass clowns that attach themselves to you, I just say, remember.
Smile, you son of a...